We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steven here. Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steven Jack Butella, broadcasting from sunny Southern California. Today, I talk once again with our Senior Manager for Land Academy, Erin Spence, and we catch up with what matters to our current Land Academy members this week anyway. Hello, Erin.
Hi.
I see you have some notes written down. What crazy, interesting / pain in the butt stuff has happened this past week with our Land Academy members?
You know, I I spent a lot of last week kind of complaining about members, but I don't have anything this week. It's all been really, really positive.
Excellent. You know, I'll tell you, listener, Erin and I do not talk before the show. So whatever she says is just as much of a surprise to me as it is to everybody listening or watching, and which is pretty much par for the course because the owner of these companies, which is me, shouldn't really know what goes on.
I agree.
So tell us.
I think it's easier for everyone.
All it does is create more work. If I know what goes on, then I'm like, well, maybe we can solve it this way. And everyone just puts their head down and says, what is he going to say next? What do we have to do next? So what's going on with our members this week?
Well, there are lots of things happening. I know we talked about this a little bit a couple of days ago, but I think between like the live event and we had an influx a couple of months ago of some people signing up. So I think they're kind of finally getting everything in gear. But we have had customer service is at an all-time high, but in a very positive way. You know, people are doing things. Maybe people who hadn't logged in a while are needing help like getting back on track with everything. Erin and Amy their phones have been blowing up, but it's all great. There's nothing we have to complain about.
That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe your little talk worked.
I hope so. Our staff told me on the side that they were very proud of it. So I'm glad.
If you as a listener don't know, we just came off of our live event last weekend, or I guess it was 2 weekends ago. Was it 2 weekends ago? Wow.
Yeah.
So we had a fantastic response. I wrote a little bit about it on the newsletter, and I think this is our first time recording since then because we try to get ahead. But man, we had a great positive response from all the members there. And I guess we let out on social media a little bit what was happening there. We got a real positive response there. So I'll tell you, the truth is when I go into something like this, especially a live event, there's not a lot of rehearsal that goes on. We had a lot of other speakers from our membership group. I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know how bad it's going to be or good it's going to be. And it really came out really well this year. My gauge is, was it better than last year? And it was.
Absolutely. A resounding yes.
What's the positive and negative feedback that you've gotten from our members through your channels?
So positive has just been so much. Everyone got a whole lot out of it, especially like building your business and the technology aspect. I think that the advanced member Q&A was probably the most valuable for people. And we also broadcasted about half of that live, so we allow other people to see the advanced Q&A too, which was great. And we've had a lot of people who aren't members even messaging in, just saying thank you. I know that the connections were the big thing, was the big positive thing that
as always,
which is what we told whenever people kind of asked us, if it's going to be the same as last year and things like that. And I mean, first off, the answer is no, it's very different. But then also, the connections are the big thing, and the business partnerships. There are people who are working together already and sending mail out that never would have met.
Right. What my big takeaway from the whole thing and listening to the advanced member Q&A is how different all of our business models are. Jill and I have this what I think is a very specific business model, actually like 2 types of property, maybe 3 that we specialize in and buy. And after listening to what our advanced members, what these guys are talking about, I'm like, well, wait a minute. We could add this product line to our whole thing pretty easily. We've got the stuff in place. And then I obviously identified, like everybody else there, where the holes are in our existing operation and how to plug them based on what the advanced members are talking about. So I didn't expect to get anything out of this. I expected to be the ringleader. And it was exactly the opposite. I think that, we all as a group, including Jill and I can't speak for Jill, but for me for sure, got more out of the advanced membership talk than they probably got from us.
I learned so much. It was incredible.
So what'd you learn?
Well, Joe Martin's thing, I know we all thought was incredible, just the way he does data, and I can't wait to incorporate that in some way. It's incredible. Also seeing, Luke Smith's walkthrough and see how he does things differently. And then the Matt Rogers agent aspect, that's not something, I've never really thought about doing things that way. Our staff in particular was very interested in Mike Marshall's development deals, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in that also. Yeah, Joe, to really just kind of summarize, Joe Martin's whole concept is do one deal or two deals, one or two deals a month, but make them count. Make them make between $30,000 and $80,000 net. And so you multiply that times 12, that's a great living. Matt Rogers' whole thing, to summarize again, is only buy property that's been reviewed and approved by our local real estate agent that knows the market way better than you, and then give the guy the listing. And it has to be a land broker. And then who was the third person you just mentioned? That was,
Luke.
Yeah, Luke. So I don't know. I never really know what goes on in Luke's brain. If you don't know, Luke Smith has a very, very popular land sales YouTube show. You should check it out, actually. It's called rulevacantland.com. But what was his whole point, do you think?
I think the Jira walkthrough was really helpful for people, even though, we don't use Jira, but everyone's trying to find the right, system that works for them.
The CRM, yeah.
Yeah, so I think just seeing another example was very helpful.
It's a classic example of something that I never thought would be a problem for anyone. There's Salesforce out there. There's all these prepackaged CRMs, and they're never enough for what we do. Because we buy these properties on the buy side, there's a whole set of things that you have to do on the buy side on the acquisition with a set of different people. And then on the sell side, you have to go do it. It's not like a regular product sales scenario, like an e-commerce scenario. It's two-sided. So the regular CRMs just never seem to especially for people who are running a lot of properties through there, there's just not a WooCommerce, let's say, solution. And so our advanced members, many of them, Luke's a great example, took a product that was designed for IT management, project management, and made it work for, or so we think. It looked like it. It looked like it. It really did look like it. So what else is going on the front? Like, let's say this weekish, has the wake cleared?
Not yet.
Really?
No, the people are still kind of going hard at it. I'm sure you'll hear from Omar too, but offers to owners customer service and Land Academy customer service are crazy right now, but all positive. There hasn't been anything negative where I have to step in and help. It's all been people being very nice, just trying to get mail out. It's awesome.
I know. I looked at our numbers. I watch our numbers every day. And all the lines and companies and offers to owners and Land Academy itself are both way up from last month. And I figured last month, because of the live event and all the hoopla and all the social media, just the buzz, I thought we'd have a calm month, but that's just not what's happening.
I'm thinking it might be kind of an end of the year type of thing too, because that's, how I am with our land business right now. We're kind of trying to kick it up a little bit. So
right.
Can definitely see that.
Well, that's good. My takeaway from that is the live event motivated people.
Absolutely. So
in a sentence or in one sentence, that's what I wanted. That's what we were going for. I asked every person that I spoke with individually, I asked them some version of this, like, are you getting out of this event what you want? And everybody overwhelmingly said yes. I don't know. It didn't seem like they were blowing smoke.
No. And we put a survey out, like an optional survey, and we've gotten awesome things back.
Okay, great.
Erin English just sent one that I'm going to send to you guys. It was really sweet and super positive. And
awesome.
It's great.
Excellent. Join us next time for another interesting episode, and we answer your questions posted on the online community, landinvestors.com. It's free. You are not alone in your real estate ambition. Anything else you want to add in the after show, Erin? Any PSAs or anything?
I think that's it. I'm really happy with everyone this week.
Awesome. Hey, wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there. I'm Stephen Butella. Information. There's not much inspiration today without Jill to buy undervalued property.